Yo, what is happening, guys? Nathan back once again with another video. And in today's video, I want to share with you some few basics that you want to understand when it comes to your website. And so this will help you get more customers, more online visitors to your website. And so if you can do that, then that means that you have the ability to be able to convert those visitors into potential paying clients, paying customers, and maybe even lifelong fans. So the reason I wanted to put this video together is because I see a lot of businesses dealing with businesses all the time. I see a lot of businesses that they have a website, but I can easily put it into software, and I'm going to show you they have a website, but it just is not performing as they think that it would perform. At least from what I can see, it could be much better. So the thing is that you have a website. So let's go to file. I'm going to go new private window, and we're going to go to Google. Go to Goog. Okay, so here we are in Google. Okay, what you want to do is you want to take the mindset of your potential customer, your potential client, your ideal person. So whether you're a chiropractor, whether you're a hairdresser, whether you are whatever it is that you do, you're a naturopath, you're a massage therapist, whatever it is that you do, you're in mining or anything, your customer, and this is the idea that you want for your website, your customer, your client is having back pain. They're needing a haircut. They are needing photography. They are needing whatever it is, a massage, a chiropractic adjustment. They are needing relief of their sciatica pain. Whatever it is, they have a question, a concern, a pain, something. And what they're doing is they're going to Google. Now, you as a business owner, obviously you would want these customers to be able to find you. Now, the thing is, can they find you? Okay, so here we are. This is one of my clients. I know it's a bit crazy and there's a lot of stuff in here, but what I want you to focus on are a couple of things. Let's go into here. So here, if where is, oh no, where's my, okay, well, here, okay, we've got Canada, we've got US at the top. So we got a couple different places here. We've got traffic, and then we have keywords. So you can see these are all guesstimates as to where the traffic and the keywords that you're getting are coming from. The thing is that it gives you an idea. Now, let me zoom out if it'll let me. Okay. So this one here, you've got organic traffic. And so organic traffic, if let's actually go to here. Actually, let's go to worldwide. We'll go to worldwide. This will load up. Organic traffic here, you can see this website. When we actually built this website, what happened is this is a very seasonal business. It's dealing with boats. So boats, obviously, it's going to be summertime. And so it's a very seasonal business. So you have to try and figure out ways. How do I combat my website during the winter time? How can I actually get some website traffic through that time? And that's one thing that we did with this one. But you can see the growth of the website here. It's going in that direction. Now let's put this into comparison with and not picking on anybody or anything, but I just wanted to show you the comparison to a very common theme that I see with a lot of Smithers businesses and their websites, or lack thereof. So this one here is Nude PMU. That's a permanent makeup. Okay. And this is their website. Okay, they've got testimonials. We've got Jessica, who's the owner and the artist, and we got photos, we got all kinds of cool stuff in here, right? So all kinds of stuff. Looks like a pretty big website. Like it's got a lot of, from what I can see, it's got a lot of content on here. Lashes, all this stuff, training, frequently asked questions, contact, care. Looks like it's got a lot of information. But the thing is that if we come into the technical data here, we can see a few things. So here's where the website came back in October 2022. And it kind of took off when it first launched, and then it just kind of fizzled out with not much. And then it kind of, for some reason, it went up back in 2000, actually just this year, in 2025. So for some reason in 2025, this website kind of got a little bump of website traffic. Not sure why, but something happened. Now, another graph I want you to take a look at is organic keywords. Now, to help you understand organic keywords, this website here has eight organic keywords. Now, what organic keywords are, and in order to explain this, we're going to come into here. So here is your website. Okay, so you've got your website. And your idea is that you want potential customers, clients, patients to find and stumble upon your website. And so the more that do that, okay, so if you're in this example, you're a naturopath, well, you probably deal with natural therapies, you deal with sciatica pain, you deal with menopause, you deal with acupuncture, all different kinds of things. There's probably a lot of things that you deal with as a naturopath. Weight loss, allergies, you name it, right? The list can go on. Now, the thing is that how people are going to find your website if you're a naturopath, and just replace your website with the example that I'm giving. So if we come out, here we have acupuncture, okay, menopause treatment, natural healing, and anxiety treatment. So people are going to Google right now, and they're typing things into Google, and they're saying, I want some anxiety treatment that is natural. I need some natural healing, and maybe is it possible to get natural treatment for my menopause hot flashes? And I would like to look into acupuncture. So people are going to Google, they're typing these things in, and then your website, because it is of high quality, it is the one that they are being presented with. Therefore, they go from Google and then they get to your website. Okay, do you see? So if you don't have a good website, that means when these people are searching for these things that you do, your products, your services, all of that, when you don't have a good website, that means your website is just floating out in the internet ocean. Okay? So if we go back here, that means your website is just some little blip that nobody can find. So what you need is you need your website to be found. And in this example, this website here would have 4 organic keywords, 4 different keywords. Think of keywords, organic keywords, as different avenues that people can find your website. So you wouldn't want a website for a naturopath, for example. These are all related to what they can do, they can help with, their products or services, what they are able to do. But if I wanted a flat tire repair, obviously this website would not want to be categorized or found when someone is looking for a flat tire repair. Okay, so the organic keywords that you want need to be relevant, and you want to have a lot of them. So like I said, just in this example alone, there's 4 organic keywords, 4 avenues people are finding this website. So obviously, if you're a naturopath, there's probably hundreds, if not thousands, of different ways that people could go to Google, type something into Google, and then potentially end up on your website. Okay, you have your website, and on your website, your homepage, let's say you talk about naturopathic services, or let's say you talk about acupuncture services. You also talk about menopause treatment on your website. And then let's say you also talk about natural healing. Okay, it doesn't have to be just on the one page, but it can be your whole website. And then anxiety treatment. You get the idea. Okay, your website. Okay, we'll just throw this in there. Your website talks about all of this. And what Google is going to do is it's going to index your website. It's going to say, just seeing if I have a book close by over there, but you have a book, okay? And a librarian is going to take that book and say, what is this book about? Is it about finance? Is it about self-development? Is it about business? Is it about economics? What is this book about? And whatever this book is about, I'm going to index it. I'm going to categorize it into its proper place. So if you don't have a good website that explains all that you do, that's how you end up with a website that just floating in the internet ocean, because you have your website and it's like, or your book, and it's like, I don't know if this book is about finance. I don't know if this book is about weight loss, or is it about business? What is this book about? I'm just going to put it over here. And so you put the website over into some random bin. And then when people come in and they say, hey, I'm looking for a website or a book about natural remedies for menopause, they say, yeah, this book over here. And they give you this other book. But they don't give you this book, which is your book. Why? Because they don't know what your book is about. So if you can think about that. Now, when you have your website and you've written all this stuff about anxiety, naturopath, acupuncture, menopause, yada, 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 Google is going to say, okay, this website is about all these different things. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to index this website when someone is searching for those different things. Now, if your website only, let's say, only mentions, let's say your website has one word on it, just one word, it's just naturopath. That is it. Okay? Well, what would happen in that case is this. Natural. Okay. You would then just have one organic keyword, maybe a couple others around naturopath, maybe not many, right? You just had one word on your website. That's all you would get indexed for. So the more words, the more content that you have on your website, the more organic keywords that you are going to get for that page, that website. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So if we come back to this example of nude, and like I said, this is not picking on anybody, it's just education for everybody. This is a common theme that I see with a lot of people. And if we come back to here, we have 8 organic keywords that people are using in order to get to this website organically. And organically means you're not paying for ads, anything like that. It just means people are going to Google, they're typing something in, they're needing of your services, your products, and what's happening is they are finding and ending up on your website, and hopefully they are picking up the phone and calling you. 8 organic keywords, not at all a lot. So if we go back to one of my clients here, not only do we have 785 people visiting the website, and you can see the growth right here, the organic keywords is 548. That means 548 different ways people are going to Google and they are typing something in and landing on this website. So in this example, there was 4. Now imagine 548 different ways to get to the website. And that's exactly what this here says. And you can see, once again, this little graph over here, you can see the upward trajectory. Like, you launched the website and it's just been growing. Once again, down here and up here as well. These 2 different graphs, are the organic traffic and then the organic keywords. So that means it started off with 0. Every website has 0 organic keywords. It's just floating out in the internet ocean. And then what happens is you get one. You make your brand new website, and then all of a sudden somebody uses Google, and Google indexes your website properly, and then they get to your website by searching something related to acupuncture. And then along the way, somebody else uses another keyword, maybe menopause treatment, and once again, that is then linked to your website. And so it all depends on a lot of technical factors. And so, like I said, a lot of what I'm saying is there's a lot to it, but my hope is for people to know that when you get a website, that you do not want, you do not want just a website existing out online somewhere. This, as a business owner, does not help you, does not serve you. And what's unfortunate is that so many times when business owners, they go and they seek help from a professional, they say, I need a website. People will give you a website, and this is what they give you. They're like, here's your website. And there it is. But the thing is that it's not doing anything. Nobody finds it. Nobody sees it. The people who need your services, the people who need your products, the people who are seeking the advice or whatever it is that you need, that you can help them with. There's your customer. There's your website. How does this customer find your website? And a lot of times your website's here and your customer's here and they are not being found. So the idea is that you don't just want a website that is floating out in the middle of the internet ocean, because that is not serving you as a business owner, and that is not serving your customers, your clients, or your patients. If your patient has back pain and nobody's been able to help them, but you can, you are doing a disservice to your client, your potential patient, who you know you can help with their back pain. You know you can help with their weight loss. You know you can help with their health. But because your website is over here just floating randomly in the internet ocean, nobody can find you. Nobody can experience what you can give to them. So, come back in here. We want and we need a website that is in the upward trajectory of growth and that people are finding. So for example, let's go back to Nude's website. Let's look I was gonna say lake and take, look, take. So, okay, so I got three. Let's see, three. Let's go. Three. Permanent nude. Okay, tattoos in the nude, permanent nude. So these are the three keywords I can see. So permanent nude. That's not a very. What is permanent nude? Let's say. This could get a little bit if I don't search this properly. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Nude World Order, L'Oreal, Paris, Canada, Universal Nudes, permanent hair dye. You'll be getting gender. It's very generic. It's a very, very generic keyword, so it doesn't necessarily help anybody. It's very generic. So one thing that I can do is I can actually see the keywords under the different countries. Brow nude, beauty nudist, Smithers tattoo. Okay, Smithers tattoo, brow nude. Okay. I'm sure that whatever she does is a lot more than this. Okay. And so I would say the closest thing to for her business is this keyword right here, Smithers tattoo. And I can see that right now she's on the 4th page of Google. There's an old saying that says, "Where's the best place to hide a dead body?" And the best place to hide a dead body is on the 2nd page of Google. And the reason for that is because whatever is on the 1st page, that's what people are going to be clicking on. And then the 2nd page, nobody goes to the 2nd page. So here in this situation, we're in the fourth page of Google. So let's take a look here. And so if we come into here, we can look, not on that one, Smithers tattoo. We've got Reddit, Scooby-Doo old man, and it should be either, here we go, on the 3rd, but still the 3rd page of Google, fine line tattoos. So they do tattoos, okay, but they're on the 3rd page of Google. Now, what is on the 1st? We got Ranch House, we got Broadway Tattoo, Velour Artistry, Ranch House, Lauren Moore, Prophecy. This one right here, this is what you call a just like a business citation, and so it's not much. I'll show you. It's not much at all. Oops. It's not much at all. It's not a website. Like these ones are Facebook and Instagram and full-blown websites, whereas this is just like a business listing. It's just name, address, phone number, just basics stuff here. And then we've got this one, which is basically a citation as well, which is right here. Like, look, there's not much here. So searching for Smithers tattoo, and this is what I'm presented. Whereas what I should be presented with are here, brows, lips, tiny tattoos, fine line tattoos. Now I can tell you exactly why this is not being found right now, just by the looks of this. Okay, just by the looks of this. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay. So you see this. If I'm looking for a tattoo in Smithers, I'm being presented with this versus a potential place that I might want to go to. Maybe I don't want to go to Ranch House. Maybe I've already looked at them. Maybe they're just not the type of tattoo that I'm wanting. Like for me personally, I have 0 tattoos. I don't have tattoos, and maybe I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I'm kind of scared, and then I find fine line tattoos. I'm like, okay, well, maybe for my first tattoo, I'll get that, but not like the ones that they have at Ranch House. But my point is that you have this. Look, this is all you're looking at. This is all you're looking at. I'm presented with this versus below this, much below this, is nude permanent fine line tattoos, which is not good at all, at all. Like this page, this specific page right here, should be above this, because this isn't much. This isn't anything. This is just text on a web page. That is it. That is all. There's not even any photos. There's nothing on here. So the fact that this is overtaking a much more detailed website is concerning. Okay, so let's go back to our search results. What else is ahead of this business? Velour Artistry. Fresha is once again just a business citation. Business citation is exactly what you see. So you have just the name, the address, and the phone number of the business, a potential map, you got business hours, they've got some services as to what they're doing, and that is it. That is it. They don't even have multiple photos on here. But once again, so this is a better business citation than this previous one I just showed you. But the thing is that those two still are overtaking this other one. And then once again, MapQuest, that's another business citation. We got a whole other page as well, because remember, they are on the 3rd page of Google. Yellow Pages, Tatouage in Smithers, BC. Once again, another business citation, which Tatouage, Tatouage. This is overtaking. So if you're a business owner and your business, your website, your lifeblood to generating leads, generating phone calls, generating people walking through your doors, this is being overtaken by these 3 business citations that I've just shown you. And Yellow Pages wasn't even anything. We've got Instagram. Instagram's got some authority, so I can't hold it to that. My musical tattoo by you, Villowings and Smithers. This is a Reddit post. So, and this is how old? 11 years ago. 11 years ago. So what this tells me is that you've got a post that is from 11 years ago is overtaking your website. And like I said, this is not poking fun or anything about anybody, but I, as an expert in this kind of stuff, I see this kind of information. I say, okay, I could easily make some changes. We'll talk about those changes in a bit. I could easily make some changes and know what to do. And you would see a huge growth. And that's why with a lot of my clients, you see that growth. You see that. Like, look at this green line right here. I can even like, look at this green line right here. I can take away all these. Look at that thing. It's just going straight up. Okay, not even just that. Like, look at this over here. This was another client that we did, and so, like, just been skyrocketing ever since we got into there. And so, this is what I'm talking about. Whereas if you go to here, we go to the overview. Domain overview. And then you don't see that. There's nothing there. So when you, and not sure if they had bought a website from somebody else or they did it themselves, because I know websites are expensive. You want a good website. Like, to give you an example, the website that you see here, there's probably about $12,000 worth of work into a website like this in order to get that. Now, the client here, they sell things that are worth anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000. So how many of those, if I just got them one extra client a month, that's $12,000 a year, they've paid this website off in a year. When did we launch this website? Back in 2022. 2022, that was 3 years ago. 22, 24, 2 full years ago. Going on to 2.5. 2.5. The best tattoo artist in Smithers. Who do you? Okay. Find jobs. This, once again, like, there is, and I can see Bloom Tattoo here. I think I've seen Bloom in Smithers. Actually, no, they're not even, are they? Contact Ladysmith. Where's Ladysmith? I don't know where that is. Ladysmith. Oh, it's not even close to Smithers. It's not even close to Smithers. So you have something. Okay. So here is Nude. Okay, here's their listing here on Google, who are being outshined. Like, they are in Smithers. I specifically searched Smithers Tattoo, and I'm getting a result from a tattoo parlor on Vancouver Island. So that's a huge problem right there. Huge, absolutely huge problem. Like, this Bloom Tattoo should not even be anywhere in the realm of my search results, because I can tell you one thing: I am not anywhere close to Vancouver Island whatsoever. So these guys should not even be here whatsoever. So if your website, that should most definitely not be there, is being outdone by that, as a business owner, you should be concerned. So we found the problem. We see that there's a problem. Okay, so you're probably saying, well, Nathan, I see that there's a problem. You've shown me that there's a problem. I most definitely should not be outdone by a tattoo parlor that is not even close to here. What do we do? Well, how long is a piece of string? Right? How long is a piece of string? It's such a complicated question. As you can see, we've already gone through 35 minutes within this video. And like I said, if you try to ask a carpenter, how do I build a house? He's not going to be able to give that information to you in 35 minutes. He'll show you the problems. Hey, look, this is why this house is built wrong. This is why this house will not pass code. This is why this house is unsafe. He can walk you through those things. But in order to give you all the information you need in order to build a house, well, that's going to take a lot more than 35 minutes. That is for sure. Now, let me show you this client again. But as you can see, we've got a lot of text here. Image, stop rock damage in its tracks. You've got more photos. You've got a call to action here. You've got more text, more photos. Road debris is no match for your boat with our trailer rock guard. Okay. Saves you time and money. Our trailer rock guard protects your boat and your wallet. Our boat trailer rock guard offers easy installation and long-term defense. We've got testimonials here, and we got another call to action, and we got some blog post articles. So look at all this content. And then if we go back, look at this content. Fine line tattoos. Fine line tattoos starting at $125. Please send a picture of the tattoo you would like via Instagram before looking. Okay. So do you see the difference between this page that is one of the top driving pages for this website of traffic? online visitors. Customers are going to Google and they're saying, I need a boat trailer rock guard. I can spell it. And so these are the biggest names: Rock Guard, Winkler Canvas, and Bow Buddy. Those are some of the biggest names in the industry. We've got some more, and then here's our client here: Best Boat Trailer Rock Guard for maximum protection. Best rock guard for boat trailer. Come into here, and then once again, we got our client right there. We can even go to images, because maybe I want to see some images. Guess what? This is my client. 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 So so the thing is that you saw the difference between the two pages. One has very little content on it. There's not much on there. And then the other one has a lot. Now let's go check out the home page. Let's go to the home page. We come to the home page. We have a big piece of real estate here. Now, I always tell people you want to think about your website like real estate. So let's say 1,000 people land here on this website. 1,000 people. The further down the page you go, okay, the further down the page you go, that 1,000 people, that full amount of 1,000 people, the less people are going to come down to the bottom of the page. So let's say only 100 people get to the bottom of the page. Okay, that's how you kind of want to think. Now, if 1,000 people land here, that's the most people are going to land here in this spot right here. Then what you want to do is you want to make sure they know exactly who you are, what is it that you do, who do you serve, what is it that you do, how can you benefit me, okay? Welcome to Nude Permanent Beauty. So that is it. That's all it says, and just book now. So you have the book now button, but I don't know what you do, okay? I don't know what, like maybe I don't know what Nude Permanent Beauty is. I have no idea, okay? Versus if we go to the home page over here, we've got attention boat owners in British Columbia. So who do you think this is speaking to? Boat owners in British Columbia. Protect your beautiful boat. So once again, speaking to boat owners with the best custom boat covers made from the highest quality craftsmanship. So there's a few things and there's a few reasons as to why this has been chosen, because the target audience is not people who want some cheap, run-of-the-mill, universal fit boat cover. That's not the target market for this client. This client sells upholstery boat covers for up to $5,000, maybe even more. So they don't want to attract the cheap person, best deal looking person, like the sale, what's on sale. They don't want that. Okay, they want the person who is proud of their boat, who has spent $50, $100, $200,000 on their boat. They absolutely love their boat. Their boat is memories and just amazing time, and they want nothing but the best for it. And one of the things that they want is they want a boat cover, but they want the best quality boat cover. So that is why this has been chosen. Already, if I'm not in British Columbia, then maybe I won't be able to get my boat cover from these people. And right away, use the button below to call or email us. Okay? So let's go back over here. What our clients are saying. So imagine if I have no idea who Nude is. Well, it just says, welcome to Nude Permanent Beauty. I don't know what that is. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you do. I see some image in the background. I'm not 100% sure what it is. And then we come down to what our clients are saying. So you haven't told me yet what it is that you do. Okay, so you see the difference here. So here we've got British Columbia's choice when it comes to high quality made boat covers and protectors. So do you know who they are? Do you know what they do? Do you know who they serve? Absolutely. Caribou Upholstery is a family-owned business that provides a complete line of boat windshield covers, boat trailer rock guards, premium boat upholstery, and custom boat covers with snaps. So I got a lot of information here. Whereas here, I don't have much information about the service, the product, things like that. So now we are helicopter pilot. That's cool. So now here we are into the owner of the business. Okay. Welcome to Lash Class, babe. Close your laptop and skip the online training. This isn't your average Lash course. So here we're talking about the class. We're talking about the class. Once again, not much about the services, not much about it at all. Now we've got some photos, but there's not much context to go with the photos. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of information. Now, going back to Google, okay, remember how I said that we had a comparison of, what was it, 500 organic keywords versus 8 organic keywords worldwide? Okay, I need the best snap-on boat cover. And come into here, custom boat covers in Canada that are built to last. So if I come into here, so this page is about custom boat covers in Canada. Now I want to show you the different things. So we have here, do you see all this content here? We have this jet boat, inboard, outboard, pontoon boat, canvas. So here we've got jet boat covers. Here we've got bimini enclosures, pontoon boat covers, winter boat covers, snap-on boat covers. Do you see what I'm saying here? So this page is going to be found by people who are looking for boat travel covers. Let me actually try it. Go to Google. Boat travel covers. That is a keyword. And if we come in past the ads, we get past the ads, what do we see? Not there. Boat travel covers clearance, boat travel covers Canada. Let's try that. Ads. Pro. That's my client right there. That's my client right there. Okay. So if I didn't have boat travel covers on that page, there's a good chance I probably would not be indexed on Google for this keyword. I would not be here. Okay. So let's go back. Once again, custom fit snap-on bow covers. So once again, we can go to Google, we can type this in. Past the ads, let's see, there's our client right there. So they're all boat covers. They're all boat covers. That's the thing, is they're all boat covers, but there's many different ways people are searching on Google in order to find what it is that they want. And that's why we have, some people call it a boat canopy. Hey, I'm looking for a boat canopy. Some people call it a boat top. Some people call it a snap-on boat cover. Whatever it is. Like, look, they sell a full enclosure at $6,000. How many full enclosures do I need to get this client, in order for a $12,000 website to pay itself off? So there's a reason why so much work and so much money and so much time and energy goes into a website, because my client, I am not successful unless my client is successful like this. Okay? That I can go back and I can see that website on the upward trajectory. If I were to do a website and these here are the results of that website, I personally would not be proud of this whatsoever. Not at all. I would say, and you shouldn't be proud of it either, if you paid for somebody else to do the website, because a lot of times you pay them quite a bit of money. And it sounds a little harsh, but it's just the truth. And so the reason that I'm making this video is because I want business owners to be educated when it comes to websites, their website, and especially like when they say, why, I get the question all the time, well, why do your websites cost so much? The reason my websites cost so much is because I don't just give you a website that is just floating in the internet ocean. That is not what I give you. I give you something that is found by customers all over the local area, the further out broad spectrum in Burns Lake, what's that place? Houston, Hazleton, Terrace, Prince George. There's these people that stumble upon your website that maybe even has never heard of you, never even heard of fine line tattoos. And they stumble upon your website and they say, I like this. This looks cool. And for my very first tattoo, I think this is what I want. And then they land on here. Okay? So we've got Miss Jessica here. Mrs., I believe, actually. But yes, let's go to the surface. I won't take too much more time on this, but let's take a look at lashes. Looking to book a quality set of lashes, Master Lash Educator. We got some good news. We're currently only offering special event lashes. If you have an upcoming engagement, would like to have your lashes done as a one-time service, we are here for you. So once again, even on the services, you can see that there's not a whole lot of content. It's not a lot at all. And I'm sure that this is probably the same with all the other ones. So there's a little bit more on here because it's got a little bit more information, but you can see that I can see as to why there are not much organic traffic coming to this website, and there is not much keywords for this because there's not much content. Google goes through all the content on your website to try and figure out what it should index your website for. So if you don't have content on here, it's not going to. And so we're going to ask questions. So let's go back to Google and I will quickly show you. Let's say, okay, so just to quickly show you, we can go to Google and we can say, let's say I have sciatica pain. And I've heard rumors and talks about that you can use a tennis ball for relief with your sciatica. So I go to Google and I say, tennis ball relief for sciatica. Never heard of it before until now. Now, there's a couple of things I'm going to show you. So this is Google's brand new AI overview. And basically what happens here is that Google searches and scours the internet, and it comes back with good information, okay? Tries to get good information. And it uses that for its AI overview. So then you, as a person who is looking for tennis ball relief for sciatica, you can get some information about it in a quick and easy blurb. Now, the reason I show you this is because this right here is my client, Metrotown Chiropractic. So we actually came up with that post. Okay, so once again, we come into here, you got a YouTube video, and who's below the YouTube video? That's right. This here is one of the ways that our client gets visitors. This is one of the most trafficked web traffic article on their website. So they have how a tennis ball and stretching can help relieve sciatic nerve. And this whole thing, look how big it is. Look how big, enormous. You've got videos, you've got stretches, you've got instructions, you've got so much information. There is probably more content on that web page alone than there is on this entire website here. And like I said, this isn't to poke fun about people. It's to educate people so they know that when they are putting together a website, your goal when you want a website, you don't just want a website that is floating right here, that is floating in the internet ocean. That's not what you want. You want people finding it from all over the local area, the further out local area, and then maybe even beyond that. So that's what, in order to achieve that, you need to get website visitors. They need to be able to find you. How do they do that? Well, it's by putting together things like this. And so that is why there's so much content on here. And then we can do, let me just think, prevent rock damage to boat while towing. So once again, the AI overview, so AI, Google is going to look and it gives you the sources to that overview, and guess who is on that source? That's right, that is our client. So this is something that we have put together, which is right here, okay? How to protect your boat from rocks while towing. So once again, you can see in this one, we've even got a table of contents, a lot of content on this page. Like I said, there's probably more content on here than there is most people's website. And so the reason for that, so that when people are searching, they have that question in their mind, how do I protect my boat? Well, guess what? This is how you can. And then throughout the article, we have protect your boat from rocks while towing today, contact us here. And then I click onto that, and then that actually brings me to the contact form. So that is the idea that you want. So let's go back. Video's running a little long, I know, but I just want to make sure that the information is detailed enough that you've got it. So now, let me see. Best. Here's another one. Last one I'll give you. Okay, best boat dealer in Prince George. So this was another idea that I had. So I was kind of thinking, okay, we have a client who does boat upholstery, okay, and we have boat owners. So we want to link boat owners to boat upholstery. How do we do that? So using that strategic mind of mine and the creativeness and everything, I'm kind of thinking like, how do we do it? We've already done this, we've already done this, we've already done this. And I thought, what if we, as you can see, someone's looking for the best boat dealer in Prince George, and they're presented with Cycle North, PG Power Sports, And guess who is right here? It's our client. So someone who's looking for the best boat deal, they're shopping for a boat in Prince George. They want a boat. They're going to buy a boat. They land on this page. And this is basically an entire review on Cycle North Power Sports. And this review sprinkles in little bits of, hey, we are your boat upholstery experts. Whether you want custom bimini top, snap-on boat covers, boat windshield, etc. So not only are we telling them who the best boat dealer in Prince George is, we're also saying when you need boat upholstery, come to us. So we are capitalizing on a new aspect of potential leads. And you can see this, once again, a lot of content on this page for very, very good reason, as you can see. The thing is just that, and this is just one client. I could spend another 4 hours here showing you all the other clients that we've got. But obviously I don't want to do that. But that is how you can get more website visitors to your website. And I know, like, it is a very general thing. There's so much more that goes into it. The amount of work that goes into a website is just enormous. And that's a reason why when I deal with a website, you're talking $10,000 to $15,000 for a website because of the amount of research and work, and there's just an incredible amount of work that if people knew, they would say, okay, I understand. So anyways, I hope this video was helpful, and you can take the information and use it on your own website. Doesn't matter if this is your website or perhaps you are another business owner in Smithers. I hope that you definitely did learn something. So anyways, once again, my name is Nathan, and I am with 360 Gallery, and I hope that I see your website rocking, and you email me down the road and you say, Nathan, I took your information and now my website is in the upward trajectory that you were talking about and is being found by people further than my local area, and that's what you want. So anyways, once again, my name is Nathan, and I will talk to you later.